know you? What happened to that mirror?
Don't worry about that. Where you going? What you about to do today?
I'm headed to work.
Oh, you should let me hire you for the day. I got cash out.
What I look like to you? Why you so aggressive?
Why not Benz? Get in the car.
Big booty hoes.
It was kind of uncomfortable. I ain't never had a dude scoot closer to me on the couch.
It's all in space. We got the.
Way. But I'm saying the way you scoot and the mannerisms of it, you was kind of like, nah, bro.
That wasn't even
no, bro. I'm just
approachable
saying, like,
scoot, man. I just did like.
If a dude got a scoot, dude kind of be like, oh, my man, you was. No, bro, not two hands on.
I mean, a dude shouldn't even have to explain.
You should have to explain why you're scooting closer to me on the couch, bro.
Nah, you're supposed to just automatically just scoot your way. You know what I'm saying? Just get your own space.
Look, man, shit happens. And on that note.
Yo, all right, man. We back here at Shit Can Happen, man. We got the homeboy, Fat Father in the building. Special guest, my dog, Joey Dagda. I don't even know why I called you Joey. We're going to go with Dagda. Yo, that's Dagda. So,
what up, though? Yeah,
don't call him Joey on the streets. You might get punched in the chest. All right, so I was sitting here discussing this earlier, and I want to know your take on this, because me and Fats was talking about this. If the purge was real, would you participate?
Man, that's like a answer differently in private and in public kind of question. No, man, I don't want to bring no harm to nobody, man.
So you wouldn't participate at all?
Man, it sounds tempting. But man, if it was going on, I guess, man, you really want to just kind of be with your people and protect them. But yeah, I could.
Now keep in mind, it doesn't have to be murder. Like, you don't have to murder somebody. Like, you could go up in the bank. You could steal gas and yeah.
Just be out there committing mad misdemeanors.
Yeah, keep it misdemeanor-y. No felonies, man. We ain't say nothing about no felonies.
Yeah.
Joey go TP some houses and shit.
He jaywalking. He's just out there just jaywalking all day.
Loitering and shit, hanging out in buildings like, yeah, I'm here.
He's just getting on public transportation, just staring the driver down.
Yeah. Graffiti.
Like, man, I ain't paying for nothing.
Yeah, putting sugar in gas tanks and shit. Like, yeah, just causing all type of Professor Chaos type of...
Switching up the ketchup and mustard at restaurants.
That type of shit, man.
Yeah.
Joey's on that type. He ain't with that. That ain't with it.
That's a whole nother perspective of it.
It is.
Think about that.
It is because you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to do all that. You can go straight misdemeanor on this. But how would you protect yourself while you out there? Because somebody gonna see you and be like, "We got a hippie out here,
right? Letting the air out my tires. Let's get him with the bat."
Yeah, you can get got. So. I don't know, man. What about what's your take on it? What do you think?
I'm definitely not participating in the purge. I'm fat. When I watch these movies, these people are running for blocks and blocks and miles all through the night, jumping in and out of windows, off of rooftops. I can't do that. I would be dead after in the middle of the first block of trying to escape. And then I'm distracted. It's unattended restaurant. Think about it, dog. Arby's. They have the beef. So I'm walking past Arby's, all of this. I'm seeing all of these signs, and I'm looking in there, and just my luck, they done left a big-ass roast beef sandwich under the little light, and that's all I'm seeing.
So that's a trap
Little
right there.
did I know, it's a dude with a damn AR coming up the block. You know what I'm saying? So, let me tell you what I would do, man. First of all, I'm putting my family in storage. Like, I'm putting my family in storage so that they're safe. I might go out, try to hit a bank or something. Other than that, I'm going to the cemetery.
The cemetery?
Yeah. Ain't nobody coming to kill nobody where everybody is dead already.
That's a good point, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
I'm
point.
posting up in a cemetery and I'm chilling.
Okay.
Eating that damn Arby's if I get away with it.
See, but the first stop at the Arby's might throw you off though. 'Cause
Yeah,
that could be a trap.
That's
in
why
itself.
I'm worried.
See, you,
Because this gonna be people setting fat traps.
yeah,
You know what I'm
they're gonna
saying?
prey on
Kinda
your
like-
weakness, and this is all like they plan all year for this shit.
Yeah.
So they could be scoping you out like, I know how I'm gonna get this bastard.
They might put like a tubby submarine under a big ass box with a big ass rope, and then I go under there and get it. And they
Yes.
pull that mother.
And
I'm
you under
stuck
that
under
bitch.
there.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm out of the purge. I'm out by default. I can't do it.
So you straight defense on the purge.
I'm gonna be in storage with my family.
Yeah.
We going into a U-Haul. We locking ourselves. Damn, who gonna put the padlock on?
That's what I was just about
But
to
you
ask.
know what? My son, he been bad as hell lately. So if it's one of them times where one of them got to be on punishment,
He got to
then
sleep in the front
you
seat.
put the padlock on.
And lock the door and sleep in the front seat. Stay down and sleep in the front.
Hey, and when the alarm go off,
Uh-huh.
you all good. I'll
Okay.
take you a little season.
Oh, okay. Well, you got that shit planned out. I guess so, man. But
What about you though?
I don't know. I think I'll be on some defensive shit. I just have to go and protect my family. But at the same time, I just think about all the motherfuckers who pissed me off this year. And mainly, I'll just be thinking about mostly pedophiles and rapists and stuff like that. Like, it's a lot of them bitches running around.
Yeah.
And I want to get them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I would be thinking, like, I might want to roll up on one of these bastards and, you know what I'm saying, just discontinue their life. But I think overall, it'll always be some shit where I go out to do some dirt and get shit happen to me and shit. So some shit happened to me because I'm trying to do some dirt to somebody else. Overall, probably I'm just saying it's in God's hands, so I'll just leave it alone.
So you have to go with the moment, with the flow.
I had to go with the flow because if I happen to see one of these, because I keep a sex offender app on my phone and shit. So I'll be thinking about these bastards all year. And then, you know what I'm saying, like, it's just tempting because you can do whatever the fuck you want to. And then I'm thinking like, man, that's the same shit that everybody else thinking of. So it might be some motherfuckers on my head. So let me just chill the fuck out. Because in the wise words of DMX, when you do dirt, you get dirt. And that's what DMX would tell me. So that's it. But I'll just be on the defensive for the most part.
Come to the U-Haul, bro.
Nah, because, I mean, just for the simple fact, you're going to have a sandwich to yourself and you're not going to share it. Then,
So you saying you might take me up out of here?
no, I'm just saying, like,
Hey, you not welcome at the U-Haul now.
bro, make some space for your mans and his people, dog. I
Hell
got
no, bro. We getting the 1995. That's the
The
smallest
little short
one,
boy?
dog. The smallest one. And you're no longer invited to the U-Haul.
man, that's cool. Fuck it, man.
You
I'll
be
just,
welcome if you want to come.
I'll
come
go out
by
with
the
Joey,
U-Haul,
man, and spray paint some buildings, man. Fuck what y'all doing then. I'll just go with Joey.
We'll be in there playing board games, bro.
That's all right. Me and Daddy gonna be putting sugar in gas tanks and all type of wicked ass shit that be going on.
Yeah, I'll probably smoke one and then be like, you know what, nah, man, I ain't going out tonight for the purge. I'm gonna wait till next year.
See, and that's what most people do after they smoke. They put everything off. So I'll probably just do that shit. Joey, you can roll with us, man, and come to the crib and
Man,
just
I
smoke.
can't, dog, because I go to sleep if I smoke.
Yes,
So
see.
I'm dead.
Oh,
Right-
damn.
Right there,
Me
dog.
too, and I get extra stupid when I smoke. I can't handle weed. See, Joey, you gonna get everybody killed.
Man, but I'll at least be straight and I'll be good.
Yo.
Man.
So as long as you're relaxed and numb from the smoke, you like, fuck it, just do whatever, bro.
I made it.
I lived a good one.
Man, that's crazy though, man. Because what if it what? Because you know, motherfuckers getting ideas from these movies.
They are.
Like I remember one year when it was real fucking like flyers going out. Talking
I
about
remember
motherfuckers
that.
Go purge.
Yeah.
And it was a couple assholes. Like one dude tried that shit on 7 Mile, got his ass beat.
He was by himself. He didn't.
He decided to purge.
Don't go
by
on 7
himself.
Mile with that shit. He purged by himself.
He tried to purge by himself, and he got the purge beat out of his ass.
Yeah, man. You don't do no shit like that. You at least got to have a crew or a plan, and you got to have some art. Nobody's just gonna roll with that shit. Like, yo, we about to go purge.
Or go purge somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'll go purge in the middle of, like, some town in Ohio, like Maumee Bay. Go purge in Maumee Bay.
Man, I don't know. Even then, man, you got a lot of them hicks out there with them shotguns and 22s and shit. They love to see some motherfuckers like that trying to run up on their property.
I'm going to be walking through the damn cornfield. Yeah.
Man, that's some scary shit. I won't even...
What?
I just got to think about cornfields, man. I watched Children of the Corn when I was a kid, man. Ever since then, I just ain't been right. So, fuck it.
I'm just thinking, hey, I don't really like corn, but if I'm going to be somewhere, I'd rather be somewhere where I can have a buffet.
See, all right. So, overall, Joey is not for the purge. Fats is not for the purge. And I'm not either. So we mainly all it's team defense over here. We just defending ours. And Dagda, he say, fuck it, he'll just go out smoking. So he just want to chill, maybe do some skateboarding on some private property or something like that. But other than that, just come kill him because he gonna be high.
Yeah, we ain't worried about it.
All right, cool. What's the next one, dog? Arby's, dog.
You gotta go to the, would you invite another dude? I gotta hear. I already know what you said. I gotta hear what your take is on this.
Man, dog, what was that one? Shit. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, no, you got to be pro.
I'm not pro.
You got to be, because I said it first.
Never.
I'm against.
Nah, I can't be pro. You'll never catch me being pro threesome with my wife and another dude.
So let's go back to this conversation. So you telling me if Mario Winans...
What? Man,
all right, man, go ahead, man. Ask the question.
Nah, man, Mario Winans, man. The question was, if your girl was previously open to a threesome, right? And y'all did it, whatever. Now, would you be open when she tells you like she want to have a threesome, but now she wants to bring another dude in? Would you be down with that shit?
No.
Why? You just did it with her?
Man, well, I'm not cool with that, man.
But right off the bat, why you not cool with it?
Because there's another dude in the equation.
So that's the top of the list right there. But you'll be with it if it was a girl?
Oh yeah, man, that'd be super cool. If she was willing,
that'd be super cool, man.
Yeah. But,
what if it was a big ass girl that looked like a dude?
No, thank you.
I'm totally against it.
Yeah.
That is just a bad idea. And let me tell you why. Like, and women will say like, well, why not if the woman is down to do it with another woman? It's because women are naturally have a gay side. All women have a natural gay side.
A natural gay side.
Let me break it down to you though, straight up. It's not strange if a woman has a friend and her friend has been hurt by a husband or boyfriend and she's laying in the bed crying. It is not unnatural or uncommon for a woman to lay next to her friend and hug her and tell her that it's going to be all right.
That's not necessarily gay. That's
no,
just
but this is what I'm saying. If we did it, what would it be?
Oh, that's gay as hell.
Exactly. So I'm saying it from our perspective. I'm not saying that your woman is actually, gay. I'm saying it from our rules that women can do a lot of things that we just not with.
Yeah.
We not with that.
Nah.
We not about to be sitting in the room and you got this dude coming in there talking about what's up. I'm next. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, I think the vision just seeing somebody else just bang out my girl is just it's just too much for me just to handle. Cause what if she get the moaning a little bit too much? Like she never did that shit for me, so I probably had to, like.
So that's your biggest issue is the dude coming banging out your girl and she going crazy.
It's not the biggest issue. That's the second biggest issue. The first one is it's a dude in the room,
Right.
and I just can't. I can never be with that shit. The
sounds
second issue would be if that shit was to happen and it was happening, I couldn't even see that shit. Like, what would I be doing? Because I'm not being next to this man while he's doing this shit. Then on top of that shit, it's too. If she's moaning and doing all this shit, like what's.
You just in there, hit their elbow, tell you,
Yeah,
hey, dog,
dog.
you need go hit that ass over there, bro. You go hit that ass over there. Y'all a little bit.
Take your ass over the corner.
You take her loud ass over there. You want to do all that damn screaming? Y'all take y'all ass over there, cause I'm not with this.
Cause his elbow.
Yeah, Man, I'm about to go make me a damn hot pocket. Y'all done pissing me off. You in here moaning. You never do that shit with me. All you want to do is breathe. But he in his mother, you foaming at the mouth.
Now, how would you react, though, if you, like, and she's switching positions and then shit she ain't never did with you? Like, how would you react to that type of shit? Like, I'd be mad as fuck. It probably...
Why you holding moves in a
Yeah,
secret chamber for?
yeah, you holding in the arsenal. Like, why? I never seen this shit before. I didn't even know you can do the splits. How this shit happen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't. Nah, man. That shit would be too much for me. I couldn't
like,
do it.
yeah, and where them damn drawers come from? You ain't never with them drawers. Those sexy ass panties you got on. Nigga, why you always got on them damn big ass granny panties when I'm in the room? And you want to break out all this lovely, sexy shit for old boy?
Yeah.
Man, both of y'all about to get y'all ass beat.
See, now you.
hey.
Now they gonna be on your purge list.
Yeah, right.
See?
Yeah, I'm officially with the purge. Hey, shit.
Oh
And
shit.
she is not welcome in the U-Haul.
Oh,
So
so
now
she.
my son is in.
Okay, so she gotta do the padlock then.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I think she'll be salty and not even lock that shit, and
Man.
probably let people know that y'all in that bitch now.
She better go with old boy.
They'll probably come to the U-Haul and fuck y'all up, seal the deal and shit.
John, I didn't know what you was about to say. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I see why your face turned that fast. You was like,
I didn't know what you were about to say. Dog, they probably come to you and
fuck y'all.
I didn't. Like, hold on, bro.
You see what this nigga? Man, no, man. No. No, man. Crazy, man. So, Dagda is against the shit.
Yeah.
Only if it's a female, though, right? I think this is just a pretty much blanket answer for any dude.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't think it's like a
It's
something you would have to
some soft
reciprocate
ass
for.
dude.
It is.
It's some soft ass dude that'll be out there like.
She did it for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and reciprocate, and, you know.
And my man, you know, his skin soft.
He work out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He hoop. He played for UD Mercy. Yeah.
He hooped.
He a good guy.
So fuck it. I mean, this for her. It's her enjoyment. Nah, man, fuck that. But it is some dudes out there like that. So I don't know, man. Maybe we need to find that dude and get him on here.
I guarantee Hugh Perkins from Fox 2 would say that. His name Hugh, bro.
Hugh Perkins?
His name is Hugh Perkins.
You think he'll be...
If anybody was down with another dude coming in the bedroom, it would be a dude named Hugh Perkins.
That name just sounds like he be on all type of whole shit.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you.
Oh, man, here come Hugh, man. On that bullshit.
Here come Hugh, man.
Hugh?
He's just that's Hugh.
That's just Hugh, man. You know how Hugh be.
You know Hugh and his girl be having them other dudes in the bedroom.
Yeah, that sounds like some shit he'd do. Hugh, dog.
Like Hugh, Johnny at the door. Yeah, pretty much. So basically, the outcome of that is we all against it. But Hugh Perkins.
Hugh is with it. So Hugh, go ahead and get your Perkins on and do what you're doing and shit, because we pretty much know anybody here ain't doing it. But a nigga named Hugh probably would do it. So
he wouldn't let it rip.
He wouldn't let it rip. All right.
He wouldn't let it rip.
Recently, the legislators, they're trying to pass a bill called Junior's Law, which is going to require small business owners to protect minors who are in trouble. Now, do you think that's like a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's like it's a catch-22 for me, because it can be a tricky situation. Of course, the safety of a child is important.
No doubt.
They should be protected. But here's the thing. Now you're putting business owners in charge of protecting people. Police are in charge of protecting people.
Yeah.
And they shoot people by accident or intentionally all the time.
Yeah.
So what happens when you have a group of cats outside of a business fighting, and a store owner comes out with a pistol, and he thinks that he sees a gun, and he shoots another kid accidentally. So it can open up a whole lot of other doors. And then how deep does it go? Like, is it protect the child from other children? Or like, if I'm whooping my son ass in aisle 9 because he had it coming, is this store owner about to come over to me and say something to me, and then I gotta whoop his ass too? Because you're not about to say nothing to me about my child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't believe in the whooping. I'll whoop ass.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather whoop your ass than somebody kill you later.
For sure.
But oh man, people gonna hate me. Some people gonna be mad at Fats. About that. But I don't care. I'll whoop your ass. But yeah, I just think it's a tricky situation. I think some specifics have to be, put in place with that, man.
Yeah, and a lot of these store owners too, man. They like elderly people. Some are been like a family business. They've been in business for a long time, and they're just old people, or they're people like a lot of people who come over and immigrants and just get their store going and not hip to the laws here and used to handling shit their way on how they're used to doing things. Don't understand certain protocols on how to handle certain situations. So, me personally, even like as a youngster, and it was like some Arabs at the store, and they didn't know how to handle themselves when like some people got out of line. They just came out with a gun. It's like, man, for a bag of chips. And, so they're fresh from their countries and don't know sometimes how shit goes. That's just one perspective. The other is, just like you said before, you got people who, just like the police themselves, half of them ain't even trained to deal with this type of situation. So under stressful situations, you see things where police officers are, shooting people, killing people. They're doing all type of crazy shit just because half of them are scared. Not even some of them don't even be racist. They just be so scared and not prepared for the situation that they're undertrained and they end up killing people or whatever. And that's just police officers. Then now you asking that about you putting that responsibility on regular citizens.
Probably a 70-year-old man.
Yeah.
Who can't see well.
Exactly. Yeah. And his little 18-year-old son, some grandkid in there helping him out, and you got some. So it's, I don't know. I think it's overall it's a community effort. Not just the store owners, but it's a community effort to help resolve and diffuse all these type of situations. Like I'm even in the junior situation. I don't know who was out there. I saw it was people there, that was scattered around, but I don't know the specifics. But it was people around, and half of them couldn't do anything. Those guys, they had weapons. So what can you really do in a situation like that? And then people blame the store owner because they say he let it happen or whatever. But what could he really do besides getting stabbed up himself?
And then what about the kids who would use that as a defense mechanism? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, they talking, kind of like Pac and Juice. You know what I'm saying? When he saw his boys across the street, so he started talking about them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what about the cats that can like talk that and then run in the store?
Yeah, man, and
like,
that type
you
shit.
You gotta protect me.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like it's pros and cons to it. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. What you feeling about that?
Man, I think even about like, you got a clerk maybe working for minimum wage or somebody who isn't even, attached to the store they're working at. They already don't like their job. They're going to come over the counter and help so-and-so out, and then, you're saying people use it to their advantage, like you see all these people on the phone, calling the police, now you'll be running up to the, person in the store or who knows when someone comes and says something, didn't even happen. Next thing you know, you're getting thrown out of the store. You don't even know what for, 15, 16, something like that. I mean, liquor stores and stuff already, 7-Elevens do that, 1, 2 minors at a time kind of thing. So
yeah.
I could see it getting ugly, putting responsibility on people, like you said, that aren't even trained for the responsibility.
Exactly, man. And that's just the thing. It's just a whole, you're trying to have people act as security guards or police officers, and a lot of people just aren't equipped for those type of situations. They're not authoritative figures. So if a kid runs inside of a store or something's going on and the old person gets scared or the store owner, whoever, they react totally, they overreact to something. Then they're going to say, hey, the store owner, you shouldn't be even be doing this and that. But now you have a law in place where he can do it. And then sometimes they can use that to their advantage, the store owners, and use that to there was some kids in here looking suspicious, and I thought they were going to jump this guy, so I did that. So it's so many angles to this, but overall, I just think it's a community effort, and that's a start. But all that responsibility shouldn't be on those store owners. It should fall on local police and just, like I said, community effort. So with the neighborhood and everything else, people just need to come together more, and like. They see all the shit that's happening on the streets, and no one wants to get involved because half of them are afraid. But if we don't get involved, then who will? Because the police are only going to do so much.
I think they're trying to basically Uberize public safety. Like,
that's deep. Yeah.
It's like you use your own car to take people around. Use your own gun to protect. And so it's basically like Uber for cops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we don't even have to show up because old boy should have did it. Oh, and you didn't protect them? We coming for you.
Yeah. Because a lot of times people just overlook the problem and just figure the most important thing to do is find out whose fault this is. Yeah. And that's what they do. They just go like, hey, that shit is irrelevant. Whose fault is this? And like, you're overlooking the problem that's happening, like, with the killing and everything else of the kid. And, they see it as face value. Like, okay, we got these kids, they came in here and they did this and that to this guy and whatever. But they not overlook it by any means, but most people were like, the store owner, why did he do this? Why did he do that? Blah, 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 blah. And I think the whole problem was, why are these dudes walking around with machetes and slicing people up? And they did some shit like some days before or something. Yeah. Like, overlooking the problem of the actual crimes that's taking place in the community, and nobody is doing anything about it. Like, these guys are known. They are known felons who do this type of shit. And they're known gang members that's going around doing this shit. And this wasn't the first time they did this type of shit. So that's the craziest part about it, is like, man, Why haven't they been locked the fuck up? Why haven't anyone been called the police on these guys or whatever? Because it's never an issue until somebody dies or until it happens to, get that coverage. Then it's an issue. But we see this shit every day.
And 9 times out of 10, they putting the shit on Instagram. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
They on Instagram with the machetes and shit.
Yeah.
And with the AKs, so they telling on themselves.
Exactly.
You know, we living in the day of tell on yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Number in the background on the front porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they making songs about the plug. The plug don't even like to be mentioned.
No, you don't.
Now they want to tell you how the damn plug walk.
Yeah. Now,
But
like,
you know what I'm saying? So he see a certain that's the damn plug.
yeah, my
Right,
plug
look.
got a limp. My plug got a limp.
You know?
Yeah. And now they looking for a motherfucker that's limping.
You know? It's crazy, man.
Wondering
but
why the
that's-
price went up.
Yeah, the price went up now. How did that happen? Because you're describing the plug.
Yeah.
But that's it though, man. It's people. It is the age of people just telling on themselves. So, of course, we know Big Brother is watching all of us, and that's one of the main. Like, I know arrests have went up sky high since the dawn of Facebook and Instagram, social media, because people, all they do is tell themselves. So I think they should, of course, they're paying attention, but they should stop waiting for a media, like a big outcry to do something. They see what's going on in these neighborhoods. They know what's going on in our neighborhoods. They know this shit. But instead of being proactive, they wait until the actual problem happened, and then now they want to step in with fucking capes and shit. And
Or put it on the store owners.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's your fault. Now it's your responsibility to watch after these people.
And the parents, the crazy part is I'm quite sure there's a lot of parents out there that would like to put it on the business owner too. But in reality, it started with you. It started with the parent flat out.
Yeah.
Because my kid not about to be running the street like that.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? I mean, in true indeed, they get a certain age, you can't control a lot of the shit like you do when they're younger.
Yeah.
But a lot of these kids, they don't have that they didn't have that seed planted.
Yeah.
And that's just realistic.
Definitely.
You know, they gotta have that seed planted. They gotta have like that's why, man, my son, I give him a quick one. Bang! You know what I'm saying? And I tell him, it's never to hurt you. I would never hit my kids to harm them or hit them with force. It's more so shock value. Like just to let you know, hey, wake up. You know what I'm saying? So, because people will say, oh, you shouldn't hit your kid at all. You know what I'm saying? But if your kid's sleeping hard as hell, you'd be like, get up. Get up, Johnny.
Yeah.
Get up. Go. That same thing I'm giving him on the
Wake
day to
up.
day. Wake up.
Yeah.
So when he going through life and some shit not right, he's going to feel that.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not he pay attention to it is on him.
Yeah.
Hopefully I instill what he needs to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But a lot of these kids don't get that. Get up.
And it's, you know what? It brings it to something that me and Dagny was talking about earlier about people not being aware of what's going on and where they at. And he was saying to the something to the effect of, he got to, make sure you tell his girl, like, yo, watch what you doing. Like, we downtown here. We're here. Because Joy, the streets.
Right.
But she's not aware of all the shit that goes on. So you have to prepare them and let them know because they don't know anything that's happening. So when you have a child, and especially coming from the area that we come from, you have to instill that type of stuff. Like, yo, bam, you got to wake up because this is survival.
Yeah.
And you slipping. It's a whole different outlook on survival where we come from. We're taught to survive when we're young, not how to live. We're taught how to survive first. That's just where we're from. And we all are from the same area, and that's instilled in us first. This is how you do to survive. Same way a mother lion to teach her cubs. This is survival. You can't be just off wandering here and there or whatever. I'm sure they know other cubs like or lion is like, why is she grabbing him by the head like that and bringing him back up? Because you're straying too far away and you're going to get killed. Yeah. So I'm going to cuff the back of your neck and put you over here because it can be a hyena cuffing the back of your neck, ripping that meat out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, you're going to get over here and now you know not to go over there. Either
But
that
how
or
would the lion say it? What would the other lion say?
Why
I just
you-
like that lion voice was funny.
No, man, I ain't gonna say that.
Come on, man.
No, man,
How
fuck
would-
you, Fats. No.
How did you come up with the lion voice? Because see, me,
Because the
I'm
nigga
thinking
smoke
like,
cool.
yeah, but I'm thinking if another lion said it, a lion would be like, damn. Why
No,
you
I said a lioness.
Okay, so if a lion is there, I'm thinking still
Oh, so
she'll
you-
be like,
I'm supposed to growl with it?
Damn,
Yo, why
boy,
is she over there?
why you-
Okay, let
But
me.
you just kind of straight gave her the.
The woman lion.
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
I took all the
she's a
ferocious.
lion.
Okay, I took the ferociousness out the lion.
How
so,
was she saying that?
Why are you over there like that?
First of all, I can't believe he did it. He actually
Because I had to do it, dog. I just had to, man.
Oh, dog.
He gave me the ball, dog. I just had to do it, man.
Man, wake up.
There
See?
you go.
Yep. That's what it's about, though. Staying alert. But that's what it is, though. It's about survival. And a lot of people on the outside of our communities don't understand the art of survival and what we teaching our kids. And we have to be harsh on them in certain lessons because, you know, where we're from, it's survival instinct. It's always that. So we taught that at an early age. And that's just how we are. So, you know, whooping a kid or snatching up your kid, like, yo, get your shit together, is not some huge ass violent act. It's an act of love and compassion that you don't want your kid to go out there and get it 10 times worse than what you're doing to them, like, because they're not gonna play with you out there.
Now, abuse.
That's
To
different.
you abusive motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Don't try to use this as a, see, they get, no.
We
You
do
know the
not
hell
condone
abuse.
abuse. We ain't with that shit. No,
You done
no.
hit little Johnny in the back of the head with damn Casio keyboard.
Now you got to stay home from school
And
for
he
a
got to
couple of
stay home from
days.
school. You talking about he got chicken pox. you need your punk ass beat flat out. But all that boils down to, if just like you were saying, if the police the community and the community police the community and people take care of their children and teach them and guide them, then the responsibility don't have to fall on the store owner.
Exactly.
Because it would already be handled before they get to the store.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it used to be. Like, you couldn't do anything in the neighborhood without your mama finding out.
Yeah, the store
Jenkins
owner
would-
call your mama.
Yeah. You getting
Like,
told on.
This motherfucker over here stealing vanilla wafer.
Yeah.
It was always food with me.
Yeah.
Look, hey, shit, I had went full-fledged. By the time I was in the 8th grade, 9th grade, when I first started really skipping school, my mama was going to work already, man, I would go to the damn grocery store and steal a whole pack of chicken drumsticks.
Chicken
hell
drumsticks?
Man, look, everybody else
Uncooked
is
or-
skipping, doing buzz. Nah, I go home and fry them.
So you
Me and my homeboy OJ. Look,
You'll go back to
was
your
on
crib.
we was on some straight grown shit. We didn't skip school for no bullshit.
Y'all
You
did.
know, we skipped school.
Like doing
We
drugs.
might have a girl or two. Look, hold on. We might have a girl or two. We might have a joint or something. But we went and got us a pack of chicken drumsticks. And we
Set the
fried
party
them.
off, baby.
And we got some other. Oh damn, man! We just had these potatoes. We get the damn potatoes and we cut the potatoes up, and then we fry the potatoes and we
Hey,
lay them ever
hey,
so
yo,
delicately
yo.
on a plate.
Hey,
Hold
okay.
on, but look though. Then we take the cheese. We take the cheese,
We going
right?
totally-
And we just dip it in the grease because it was still hot from the potatoes. Then we like pull it over like a blanket, and the cheese kind of like just lay on the motherfucking potatoes. It's like,
Wait,
you know,
wait, do that
like
lean
cheese.
again.
Hey, but yeah, okay. So take care of your kids. Don't beat them, and
Yeah, man. But it was a community effort though. What we saying back in the day, like us coming up, you couldn't do anything without somebody else knowing, you know. And the neighbor would whoop your ass. Like, hey, so when you got out of line, you had a whole community of people that was watching you. You know what I'm saying? So it's totally different now. Everybody just looks out for themselves, mind their own business. That's the whole thing. Like, mind your business, mind your business.
Yeah.
So they made it to a point where you know, just close strangers. Everybody are close strangers. What goes on over here it's none of your business. You know what I'm saying? And that only was it only happened within certain it was always that case with black families. Like, what goes on in his house, stay in his house. But it didn't. Because everybody knew. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't like that no more. Everybody pretty much just pulls out their phones now and record, you know, all these crimes taking place where they actually can be helping people. I saw one where somebody was just, when they watched I think it was somebody died, like they were drowning. Yeah. And they were the kids were just talking shit, laughing while the kid was drowning. And just calling, oh, you fucking dummy. Die, you stupid. They were joking and laughing, and the person died.
I saw the kids just got acquitted or something like that. They actually brought him up on charges.
Yeah, they did.
But they got off.
Oh, wow.
They couldn't hold any charges for him doing that. But that's just still real messed up.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
I knew
their parents teach them that they thought that's okay to.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Heartless. You just film someone dying and joking. Just a commentary of jokes while they're dying.
But that's because kids are desensitized now.
Very, very
like
much.
They see a lot of things. Like, I remember being a kid and something happened in Detroit at Harpo's over on Harper. My man father got beat. Like, he got beat bad by all of these white dudes. They beat. It was like NAACP marches through our neighborhood and everything. But just to hear his daughter screaming in the middle of the night and all of the madness that was going on the block, like, we were like, damn, you know, this the hood. We used to shit happen in the hood, but damn, that was crazy. Or somebody got shot or stabbed. It was still like, even if you was from a gangster ass family, it still caught you off guard as an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Now 8-year-old kids can look on YouTube and see somebody damn hang themselves, whether they playing or not. Yeah. They can see this shit. Or the video games. Like, our video games, you just ran, jumped, ate a mushroom to get bigger. They video games, you gotta kill 10 hookers, rob the dope house, do a drive-by. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. They desensitized.
Yeah, the more people you kill, the more money you get and all the rest of that shit. And, you know, it ain't even on some, you know, some old head shit where it's the television and the video game. But it's really about the image and what you're portraying inside of these things. Like, you're really desensitizing people. And it even goes back to hip hop too. Like, back in the day, you know, we had messages in the shit. Like, even with the self-destruction shit, you had X-Clan, you had Public Enemy, you had a lot of positive messages. We had balance. You know what I'm saying? We had the street side, and then we had the political side of you know, the revolutionary side, and the can't we all get along sides, and all the rest of that shit. And, you know, it was a nice balance. It wasn't as much hip-hop driven fatalities now as it is now. Like, everybody's on lean now, killing like they crazy with the shit, with the pills and shit, because everybody's high, because that's what is promoted more now. Being a fucking dope addict, or being, you know, more of a, it's cool to be a savage out here with no heart. So it's just the image of the music, video games, it's just entertainment, and it's the image that's desensitizing all the kids. So they don't feel, they don't give a fuck no more. Like, it's nothing new to them anymore when they see some shit.
Well, we came up on the dope dealers though. Like, if you think back, came up on the dope dealers who were really like, a lot of them cats, even if they were gangsters, like even in the hood, a lot of the dope dealers didn't act like dope dealers. Nah. They did stuff for the neighborhood. They was like, you not gonna sell dope, you go to school. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But now we're in the day of the dope fiend.
It wasn't cool to be a junkie back then. Now.
That's exactly. It's cool to be a junkie now.
But the crazy part is, those same dope dealers who tried to keep those cats from doing certain things are part of the reason we're at where we're at today. Yeah. Like, so, I don't know, man.
Well, it's all goes back to community as far as the law and the juniors law thing and all of that. It falls completely on a community effort, not just the store owner. That's the store owners. That's like a drop in the bucket. It's all about community. Everyone should be held accountable for that. A kid should be able to run anywhere and say, I'm in trouble, and somebody helps them. Yeah. Not just in the fucking liquor store. You know, you could run up to a car like, hey, some dudes are doing this and that, and you know, a person should be able to try to help you out instead of rolling your window up like I don't have shit to do with this shit and drive off. And you know, they left the kid to die. You know, they pulled him out and they did what they did, and you know, only thing that was seen was camera footage. Like everybody was watching this shit, and not saying that people are heroes. Like you don't know what you would do if you're in that situation and you see a whole bunch of guys wielding machetes and shit. Yeah. I don't know a lot of people just going to just jump in and say, hey, what are y'all doing? And these guys are like cutting this kid up. But it could have been prevented some type of way. Or I wouldn't even say it could have been prevented. I'll say it now should be at a point where this type of stuff should be prevented before it even happens. Yeah. When you see the shit happening and you know something is building up and you know some guys are going to do some shit, it ain't no shit where you snitching and this and that. It's a community that you're destroying. It's families that you're destroying. And a lot of people get the word snitching mixed up with taking care of the community. Yeah. Snitching is a thing where we're equally all doing the dirt and I get caught, so I'm going to tell on you guys too to help myself, or just tell you guys, period. You know what I'm saying? We're all in the game. We're doing the shit together. All of us doing dirt together, then that's what the snitching is. Not saying when Miss Jenkins is calling like, hey, such and such is selling dope on the corner. That's not snitching. She's taking care of, she's not in the game. She has nothing to gain but a peaceful corner and a peaceful route to her to go into the store or whatever. That's all she's gaining. And that's it. So it's a difference. So
even if you're not equally doing the dirt though, my thing is if your homie is doing it and you accepted it, you're cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't. It's snitching. If you in the car and he told you, I'm about to go over here and rob this cat. Yeah. Even if you just stayed in the car and you was like, all right, man, I'm chilling. Yeah. You there, bro? You there for the ride? Yeah. You
get caught, you're an accessory, bro. You in it. You in it. So that's just it, dog. So I don't know. Overall, it's just like you say, it's a community thing, and it's bigger than just a liquor store owner who has to protect kids. I think we all have a job, and we're all dropping the ball and need to really pick it up for these kids. And that's just it. That's the only way it's going to get better, because the police can do so much. They'll only do so much, but it's up to us to take our community back. So.
Especially parents.
Definitely.
Because at the end of the day, all of our kids have to grow up with the kids down the street. Mm-hmm. And if you don't lend a hand to help out that boy down the street, he might be the one to pop your son, or he might be the one your daughter come home and say, "Daddy, I love him." Yep. And then he might be the one that you have to choke to death. Yeah. But either way, all of the lives will, somehow come together if these are all children of the community. Mm-hmm.
It's like you said, with everybody minding their own business. Everybody's minded their own business to the point where you can live in a neighborhood and not know any of your neighbors, not know anybody around the block from you. Nobody lets their kids go anywhere, so the kids aren't, the kids don't even know their neighborhood like we would have known the neighborhood we lived in growing up. So when they get into something, how are they going to escape? And it's just, community. It's like we really need to relearn the definition, it seems like.
Yeah, definitely, man. So that's where I stand is community. It's about community. So take care of your fucking communities and stop just sitting around with your fucking phones out and making people hashtags. Like, stop that shit. That's fucking ignorant as fuck.
And whoop with love.
Whoop with love from us to you. Kick your kid's ass with love.
WWL.
Whoop with love.
Man, I'm so happy. I hope they don't think they get none of this shit.
He only gave me one cookie.
I can't believe I gave her that cookie.
But I wonder who keep eating those snacks, me or him.
This peach is some bullshit. I need some real food. This vegan shit ain't working out, bro.
Where is this music coming from?
This pear is cool. Did I remember to turn my bong off? Can you even turn a bong off?
Man, damn, these chocolate chips are absolutely amazing.
I gotta find this motherfucker's tweet too. I had it in my phone.
Hold on, somebody tweeted that shit?
Yeah. This my man.
Yeah,
He did that.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh yeah.
Man, looking to slide in under that crack of social acceptance in other people's.
Yeah, they taking this shit to a whole different level now, man. Of people getting killed.
Yeah, that shit.
That's crazy. Someone would have the balls to say something like that on the internet in this day and age without the fear of someone tracking them down.
Yeah. And they actually banned him off because I looked up his page. He's gone now. He's off of Twitter. You know, like he's another profile by now. But yeah, they banned his profile and stuff. And
or could that be, something along the lines of right-wing propaganda, seeing the social acceptance of the gay community.
Mhm.
I forget the order of the acronym, but LGBTQ or
something like
LBGT or LGBT.
Yeah.
So you see the acceptance of that. You start seeing the political. Always the more social stuff is to the left. So you start seeing that more left political push from that acceptance. So like, all right, let's make it look like a weirdo said something like that, tie it into that.
Oh yeah,
and then you got your moderates are like, you know what, and screw the LGBTQ community as well, kind of thing.
Just pretty much testing the waters to see how how people are how they're reacting to it and how far can they go with this type of disgusting behavior, dog. Like pedophiles, period, man. They need to be
eliminated.
Man, they need to be put on an island somewhere. And all men and all women, like on different islands. They don't even know. They can't reproduce.
Yeah.
So put them on different islands somewhere.
It's easy to say, oh man, dude got to mess around with his hot teacher, but at the end of the day, you're also thinking, that's a child. This is a person and a authority figure to them that they've just manipulated.
Yeah, and that's just little. I mean, even with like high school students, it's a bit different because they're like teenagers, 16, 17 years old, and whatever, and they're consensual with the stuff. Like they have knowledge of what's going on, and it's still wrong. But when you're doing some shit,
I was about to say that
that's wrong.
Like to even say that it's consensual at that point is kind of like, damn. So
yeah,
a 5th grader think he know what he want.
Yeah.
A 6th grader think he know what he want.
And you have no idea.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah.
But I just want to know for these dumb motherfuckers, and I ain't got no love for these motherfuckers, period. I don't give a fuck if the government said, okay, it's accepted. I'll never accept it.
No.
Y'all motherfuckers need to be burned alive, flat out. Yeah. But what the fuck make you think you go knock on a motherfucker's door and say, I'm here to take your 5-year-old out?
Yeah. Is she
somebody
dressed?
Go say, hold on, let me get her. She watching her Mickey Mouse cartoon.
That's for real though. That's
Mr.
like,
Washington is at the door. He's gonna take you out. What kind of sick shit is that?
That's like the most.
You always see people caught up in the news, selling their kids to a pedophile or arranging a date with like somebody from Ohio or Pennsylvania or somebody driving hours to come meet somebody's kid.
And they're just as sick. Yeah, they are just as sick, and they need to be in prison somewhere, rotting away, to do that to their kids and have them, taken out of the safety of their home. You're delivering them to a wolf. You're delivering them to harm and something that's going to alter their behavior for the rest of their lives. And, people don't understand the impact of having something happen to them at an early age, whether it's, seeing your mother or father fighting, or watching somebody get stabbed, or seeing a kid get ran over by a car, whatever. It's traumatizing to a child because they don't know how to process that shit at the time. Like everyone can remember some type of childhood trauma that's still in their head, and they're adults. You can always remember something that happened in your childhood that was like, oh shit, and you still have it in your head, and it alters your personality some type of way, whether positive or negative or whatever. It's had an effect on you. So when you're putting a child in a sexual situation, it's just nasty talking about that shit. Yeah. You're putting a child in a sexual situation, and you think it's normal. You saying love is love, and these kids don't even know what, like, it's the most dirtiest shit ever. You're taking advantage of their youth. You're taking advantage of their innocence, and you're taking advantage of the fact that a kid can't fight back. Yeah, and they just go with the flow. They're scared. Some of them don't even know what's going on until it's happening, and they're not enjoying it. I'm sure these kids are not sitting there wanting to do this shit again. It's insane to know it's people out here who think it's cool to fuck with a kid.
Yeah, and the system is very like laxed on it, if you ask me, because you got dudes who got caught with 50 pounds of marijuana who are sitting in prison for longer than the dude that molested 2 children.
Exactly.
Or 1 child.
Yeah.
Like, so that's crazy to me that the system promotes that pedophilia is not as bad as him selling dope.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Exactly, man. That and rape is the dirtiest shit ever. And that's the same. It's going hand in hand. It's going hand in hand. So you're combining those two, and it's a big disgusting ball of just dirtiness, and it shows the evilness of somebody's soul when you want. It's nothing good about this shit. Right. So I say it's pure evil, and it's a sickness. Yeah. It's a sickness. There's nothing normal about this. And the thing we're talking about is pedophiles are trying to normalize pedophilia, pedophilism, whatever the fuck they call it, and they're trying to normalize this shit and want to be part of the LGBT movement. And they want to add the P at the end of it, so they want it to be the the LGBTP, and with the pedophile and pedophilia or whatever. So they want to be a part of it, and they're saying love is love and all the rest of that shit. So that's what we're talking about, and that's just if that community even considers anything like that, then it's a problem with them too.
Yeah, if you ask me, at this point they should be outraged.
Exactly.
At somebody even insisting on, like, I would be outraged. Like, you can't even make a statement. Yeah. I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Hell no, I'll
beat
your ass.
Yeah.
Come over here. Shit.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? We got Bruce Jenner over there. And you want to come over here with this sick shit?
Yeah. This old Jared from Subway ass fucking shit. No.
And Jared, I don't know why motherfuckers didn't pay attention. I keep telling motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He been trying to get motherfuckers to put meat in their buns for years.
Man.
And all you can get is a 6 or a 12. He told you. He been on that bullshit forever. I never trusted Jared.
Yeah, it really fucks up the saying eat fresh.
And the killer part about this, we met this dude before in Atlanta at a mall and shit. And we were out there, and this motherfucker was just weird off rip when you see him. You walk up to him like, "Oh, Jared, man, such and such." And he's sitting there like, and he has like a look on his face like,
was he eating a sub?
I don't know. He just might have. I don't want to lie on this bastard, this fuck boy, but I think this motherfucker was actually sitting down eating a sub.
Oh,
but
my God.
We saw him and shit, and it was some of the group members and shit. Some of D12 was with me. We saw him and shit, and he was just real uncomfortable Maybe because he was around adults. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Like if y'all was at Chuck E. Cheese, he would
he would have been the man. He would have
what up, man?
sitting in the back like Frank Lucas. You know what I'm saying? Posted up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. So I was like, this is a fuck boy, man. He was just already looking just crazy uncomfortable, but he had a weird vibe to him. But, you know, I just think these type of people should really, really be locked up. And that's just the bottom line. And if they're not locked up, they need to watch themselves on the streets because that's when the purge should have kicked in.
Yeah.
and those type of people should be eradicated.
I'm purging on demand.
Like
that's just I'm instant purge. Like,
yeah, you're not even waiting for the.
I'm not even waiting for the damn siren.
Oh, you're just gonna have your own siren just going on.
Bam!
Yeah,
you
man.
just out of here.
That's
right out, dog.
Yeah.
You fucking up the kid. First of all, man, to me, children, let me say this. Children are like, that's our refresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your child. When I see children, I see our chance to redo all of our fuck ups throughout history. Man, throughout history.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No
so
doubt.
that's why I treat all children with the same, you know what I'm saying, respect and love because they are the future. A lot of people say that shit because that's the shit to say. You know what I'm saying? But some people really get it. Like this is our do-over. Yeah. Every child you see is our do-over.
Yeah.
Flat out. And for a motherfucker to come, a motherfucker from our era come and fuck up our do-over. He fucks up everybody do-over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For life sometimes.
I gotta beat your ass.
Yeah.
Or it worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to keep saying this on camera.
No.
But I want you. What's a nice way to say shoot a motherfucker in the head several times?
I don't know, man.
I want to use lead particles to infiltrate your thoughts.
Oh, okay, yeah. That rolls off like dope as fuck.
Yeah.
That's almost like a metaphor in some bars right there, dog. Yeah.
Instead of I just want to beat you to death with a golf club.
Yeah, man. Thinking this shit is acceptable. And the thing is this. On top of that, it's not like these people are not they just don't want to do what they're doing. And they can't. The thing is they can't do it. And their restraint is only goes as far as who's watching them and opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So any opportunity that they have with a child, they gonna go for it. So it's not like I'm chilling. It's like no, you're chilling because there's no kids around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's no kids around and you don't have alone time with a child. So all you're doing is waiting on opportunity when I see these people. So I'm like, it's no thing like I'll even applaud the ones who trying to get help because that's a sickness and stay your ass away from the kids. But the ones who are out here proud and trying to normalize this shit and be a part of the gay and what you call it community, the trans community and all that. No. You will never get that shit popping.
Kill the ones that's trying to get help too, though.
The ones that's trying to get help. I would say this about the ones that's trying to get help.
Man,
it's sick. It's sick. Definitely is sick. But if they're trying to get help and they're staying away and they got themselves somewhere knowing that they're fucked up, stay fucked up to yourself. Cool. Get your therapy or whatever the fuck. But don't be out here proud and with your chest poked out and trying to make this shit normal.
But how many alcoholic and I'll say this, it's a difference. I'm not comparing the two by any means necessary. But let's say you have somebody who's fighting alcoholism, right? And they stay clean for years. And then they have a relapse. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And they get back on. Yeah. And that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're saying I'm sick and my sickness is I'm attracted to kids and I want to fuck with kids and I'm getting help, you too much of a risk for a relapse. Because your relapse is gonna fuck up somebody's whole life.
Yeah.
Your relapse is not just gonna be taking a drug or doing some shit to yourself. That your relapse is gonna fuck up a whole. I don't know if I can respect that as a treatable illness. Like, you have to go. We don't need you around anymore.
You don't think this shit is a sickness? Like, this is
I mean,
sick in
I
somebody's
think that
head.
the person is sick, yeah, but I don't think it's treatable.
Oh, I know
I
what you
don't
mean.
think there is. I don't think there's nothing.
There's
fixable
no amount of
about
therapy or
right.
that'll fix this type of shit because the thoughts are just.
I'll put it to you like this: could anything talk you out of being attracted to women?
No.
Exactly, because that's what you're attracted to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what they are attracted to. They have to go.
That's a good point. All right. Okay, I see where you're going with that.
It ain't no fixing that. There's nothing in me that sees a child and feels that way. You know what I'm saying? And this has nothing to do with gay or straight.
Nah.
Because I would say the same thing to a lesbian adult woman. Is there anything that can talk you out of being attracted to other women? And that lesbian adult woman would say, if she's truly a lesbian, she would say no.
Exactly.
So there's nothing you can do to talk a pedophile out of being attracted to a child. So they got to go.
That's the thing.
Hang
though,
them
like,
motherfuckers from the Belle Isle
That's what I was
Bridge.
about to say. Like, where do these type of people? Where do they go? What should we do with these motherfuckers?
Hang them.
Just on some Handmaid's Tale type shit.
And look, no. First of all, guess what? Guess what? And I say this flat out. Even though now they say, oh, you know, that was wrong, that was bad, our bad. At one point, you was hanging a motherfucking nigga for nothing.
Nothing.
Because I was black. Let's hang these motherfuckers for something. Let's finally correct this process. Let's hang some motherfuckers who
Publicly.
deserve to be hung.
Publicly.
Right. You know what
Publicly.
I'm saying? At one point in time, you'll hang and beat the shit out of a motherfucker that did absolutely nothing but be him. Let's hang these motherfuckers who trying to damage our refresh, our do-over, our future, flat out.
And that's what it is, man. I can't help but to agree with that shit. And I'm not condoning just killing motherfuckers, man. But what do you do with these people?
Well,
Because
I'm
like I
condoning
said,
killing pedophiles.
That's what I'm saying.
Condoning it.
It's
I'm
like
condoning it. Hate me, whatever. I condone it. If you have the opportunity, I condone it.
I think so too. I think you should go. Either you get locked the fuck up for life and just rot away, or you die. That's how I have to agree with him. I can't do that shit.
If they
because
go to
I have
prison, we
kids.
pay for it.
Yeah.
Kill
You
them.
said you got the app that
Yeah, I got the
there's
sex
enough
offenders app.
people out free that there's apps that you can see it. So it's like, I've really been thinking too, man. Somebody gets sent up on some drug charges, or specifically even weed charges, being there for X amount of time. Meanwhile, these dudes are getting out in just short months.
Yeah.
Like you said, that's gonna fuck somebody up for a lifetime. They're gonna do their couple years and just be out and
Yeah.
have a relapse, or somebody walks by the house real quick, snatch them in.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need Uber kill.
Uber kill.
Like, you could just go, you see a motherfucking pedophile sex offender, you just go on the app, type in your location, the motherfucking car come around, back, Uber kill.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just the app.
Just bam, dog.
The clap app.
The clap app, man. We gonna come up with the clap app.
You gonna come clap your motherfucker.
You want one
ass.
shot, or you can get the deluxe pass?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get the deluxe.
Shots.
You get the K.
Yeah.
You get the K if you get the deluxe.
Yeah, or you can get the brutal package where no guns involved, just straight up bats. Like, you can get the brutal package too. So
And golf club.
yeah,
I like golf clubs. I got a couple there. I don't play golf.
That's
I just
the brutal
use them.
deluxe package.
yeah, the brutal deluxe. Now that costs more because that's suffering involved. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no just one shot kill. You getting beat to death. That's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
So that's gonna cause
And you gotta pay for us to hear you moan and cry. And
Yeah.
shit. I need
hit them with the Pulp Fiction GIMP package. Throw their ass in the basement with the GIMP.
Yeah, let them get some of that. They can get some of that too. Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, we're sitting here talking about pedophiles and how they should be fucked up. So fuck it, sue us. Like who gonna get mad if you? Why you? But pedophiles, that's the only motherfuckers gonna get mad.
Oh, they gonna be mad as hell.
Well, fuck you. I don't care.
First of all, I hope no pedophiles will be watching this.
I hope not, but you'll be surprised at the motherfuckers, like, because they don't walk around with motherfucking hunchbacks and fans.
That's true.
These niggas be everyday Joes walking around and,
just
you know what I'm saying?
About.
Yeah.
That's true, because you watch Steve Wilkos show, you ever seen that?
Yeah.
And them up be on there, like, acting like they, what? What? Oh, you know I never do nothing like that.
Yeah.
I never do nothing, man. Get the fuck
Like
out
when
of
they
here,
set them up,
man.
they catch them in the kitchen or whatever at the house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That, man.
Oh, How to Catch a Predator?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Those
people, like, they should whoop their ass from the kitchen all the way out to the car and all the way to the police station and then finish their ass off. They should just, I think they shouldn't make it to the police station. And they never have the what can you say? They always come up with the crazy excuses. It's there's nothing you can say here.
This is the first time I've ever done this.
Yeah.
Well, bitch, this is the first time you gonna die, too.
Exactly. I wasn't going to touch her. I just wanted to have a glass of lemonade with her and just... No. You set all this shit in motion, motherfucker. We have texts. We have FaceTime. We have all this shit. You in here rubbing on yourself when she go in the other room. You ready. I wasn't going to do anything. Bitch, yes, the fuck you was. Go to jail, die, whatever the fuck is going on. But that show is... But and they'll be everyday looking motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
And it goes to the same thing as far as your neighbors. Because you don't know them. You never know what the fuck is going on in somebody else's house and what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody minds their own business like that. No one is really interested in community like that anymore. It's not a thing where it's a community like that. So you got these motherfuckers, just like I look on my app, and these niggas look like people who work at banks.
Yeah.
You know, regular everyday people. You know what I'm saying? They don't look like monsters. They look like the same people who will deliver your pizzas and you know what I'm saying, do all type of crazy shit, man. Just normal shit. And they, you know, it's just, oh, man.
And that shit, and parents, you have to not only watch your children around these other adults, but you have to watch your children around other children. Because there's other children who going through shit that they're being taught. And out of anger, out of different reasons, they're doing shit to other children.
Yeah.
And that goes back to them fucking up our refresh.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Because it's like a domino effect. So, I don't know, man. Death to all those pedophiles.
Death to all, man, the Clap app.
The Clap app.
I'm
going to get your ass clapped. I'm going to be with the #1 driver. I'm just, bang! As soon as they see my car, they go, damn it. Somebody.
It's too late.
Somebody hit that button. You know what I'm saying?
The Clap app.
Oh, man.
And
wrapped on a minivan.
Yeah.
Get clapped. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna be ashamed or secretive. My motherfucking van gonna have my big ass made sculpture of my face on top of it going in a motherfucking circle, and it's gonna have a loud ass speaker on it that say, "I'm about to clap your bitch ass." So soon as I roll up, you just gonna see the big ass head, and look, it's gonna be a big ass black head, cool looking motherfucker with a nice van. So you're not gonna know if this is soul food delivery or what, because it could be ribs, or you're not gonna know if it's death.
You're not gonna know until it happened, but you
I'm
know.
just riding up. You gonna see that big motherfucking head spinning. I'm about to clap your bitch ass. Bam! That's the way it's going down.
And that's
just
it.
Like that.
The Clap app, nigga. Fats has just invented the Clap app for all pedophiles. So, fuck you motherfuckers, die slow, and stop ruining lives out here, man. Take your ass somewhere and fuck each other or some shit. Leave that shit alone, man. Because it's grown men and women out here who are not playing about their children, and it's even people without children that's not playing about this shit. Don't bring that shit around here. Don't bring that shit to the gay and trans community. Don't put that shit on them. And for the gay and trans community, y'all make sure y'all let keep the motherfuckers away from y'all, and y'all do your own shit, fight y'all own fights, and go for the betterment of y'all movement, but make sure that these motherfuckers stay away from that shit. Because if you condone this shit, then you are in the position to get the Clap app activated, and we'll be at your door too. Clap app, coming soon, founded by Fat Father. I think Joey might be a driver, but he's all about peace and tranquility, so, you know, he'll probably just walk up and, you know, throw a water balloon at your face. But you'll get the picture. You'll know that Joey is serious, and he ain't buying that shit. So, fuck all you pedophile motherfuckers. That's it. Yo, so that's it for the show, man. Special shout out to our homie Joey Dagda for coming through today, this week. Got the homie Fat Father, Kanavi right here signing off. Next week's show, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons between independent labels, as far as record companies, and majors. What's the pros and cons? What should you be doing?
Man, you shouldn't be doing none of that, man. It don't even matter because, you know, somebody like me, I'm already getting paper, dog. You see, look at this. I got one for you. Hold up. I think I got one for you, too. Man, keep that. I know I got another stack, dog. Hold up. Get it to you, man. It's right there, too, dog. Man, what you talking? Man, I got another one in these tight pants, man. What you talking about? Look at this. You ain't even getting it like this, dog.
Hey, Joey, rob this nigga.
Please.
Hey, dog, hold on.
Yeah, so once again, man, shout out to my homie Dagda coming through for the show this week.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Fat Father, Kanavi here. Shit can happen. We're going to be back next week talking about the pros and cons, independent hustle, and as far as a major label hustle. So see y'all next week. Once again, shit can happen. Holla at us.